Hello friends, and we continue to study noun clauses, and here in this course we'll see how can we use who, what, whose in noun clauses. And who, what, whose, those are the WH questions, or this is the information question. It's not the direct question. And who's that boy? This is a sentence by itself. And who is that boy? Boy is the subject, and we are asking that boy. And if I want to use this sentence in a noun clause, and I can say, tell me who that boy is. This is the noun clause, and it should be in regular form. Not question form, but here, because is used just before that boy because of the question, soru olduğu için. And here we need to use is at the end or after the boy. Tell me who that boy is. Whose pen is this? Again, same. Tell me whose pen this is. But be careful, whose and whose have the same, almost a similar pronunciation. But this is the short form of who is. But this is the possession. Bu ise iyelik, kimin anlamında. Bu ise kimdir. Whose in the office. But here, who is the subject in this sentence? So, since this is the subject, in noun clause, I don't make any change. Tell me who's in the office. Burada görüldüğü gibi hiçbir değişiklik yapmıyorum. Çünkü who zaten cümlenin subjesi. Whose pen is it on the desk? It here is the subject. So in noun clause, I'll use tell me whose pen it is on the desk. But be careful. Here the boy is subject. So I use the helping verb after the boy in noun clause. Now we have an exercise in here, noun clauses with who, what, whose plus be. And it says just underline and identify the subject and verb of speaker A's question. Subject and the verb. This is the helping verb, this is the subject. Number one is done. Who is that woman? Noun clause. In noun clause, I don't know who that woman is, because I use the verb or the helping verb after subject in noun clause, but in question before the subject. Now let me just move it up a little bit up. Yes, like this, and read the sentences very carefully and then complete the sentences using noun clauses. But pause the video first, please. Number 2, who is on the phone? Here, this is the subject. I don't know who is on the phone, so no change in here. What's a crow? This is the subject. I don't know what a crow is. Careful, in question, the verb or the helping verb before the subject, in regular form after the subject. What is in that bag? I don't know what in that bag is. Whose cat is in the driveway? Whose cat here is the subject, so I don't know whose cat is in driveway. Whose car is that? That is the here subject. I don't know whose car that is. What is a violin? I don't know what a violin is. Here, violin, here, the subject. Helping verb comes before in question and comes after in noun clause. It's a musical instrument that has strings. Strings, telleri olan. Who is in the doctor's office? Because who here is the subject. I don't know who is in the doctor's office. Doktorun ofisinde olan. Whose hammer is this? Hammer, çekiç, an instrument to pound nails. I don't know. Hey Hank, do you know whose hammer this is? Bu kimin çekici olduğunu. It's Ralph's. Ralph'ın. Who is Bob's doctor? I don't know who Bob's doctor is. Careful. What's at the end of a rainbow? Rainbow, gökkuşağı. What did you say, Susie? I don't know. What is at the end of a rainbow? Because here, what is the subject? There is a saying in here. I want to sing like the birds sing. Kuşların ötüşü gibi. Ötmek istiyor. Yani şarkı söylemek istiyorum. No worrying about who hears or what they think. Kim işitmiş ya da ne düşünüyorlar? Ne önemi var? Here it says make noun clauses using the words or the sentences in here. But in here, you can use your own words. And there is an example in here. Where does Ahmed live? This is the question. And I don't know where Ahmed lives. Regular noun clause, and it should be in regular form, not question form. Now pause the video first and then try to make some noun clauses using these, but I'll make some and then tell them orally. Şimdi bazılarını ben sözlü olarak yapmaya çalışacağım. Ama siz hepsini yapmaya çalışın. And please write them down on a piece of paper. And pause the video first, please. Number one, I don't know where Taner went yesterday. That's the noun clause. Can you tell me how old your father is? Do you know what Jean's last name is? Do you know when Ali got home last night? Tell me what time you went to bed last night. Can you tell me who you called last night? Called, simple past, ed. Can you tell me what happened in Alaska yesterday? No change, but not question, no question mark, because what is the subject in here? Tell me what you did yesterday. Do you know who that girl is? Do you know what kind of tree that is? I don't know whose backpack that is. Tell me whose gloves those are. Ben bazılarını yaptım. Siz ama hepsini yapmaya çalışın. Dikkat edin. Lütfen. And here we see some other information questions that we can use with noun clauses. And those are also called WH question words. Where, who, what time, when, what, how far, what kind, whose, why. And you can also make noun clauses using these words. Like, I'll try, make some. I don't know where John went. Do you know who that person is? Tell me what time you got up this morning. Tell me when you went to bed last night. Tell me what you had for breakfast this morning. Tell me how far you can run without stopping? Do you know what kind of bird that is? Do you know whose bicycle this is? Tell me why Jane left early today. Bunları ben tabii sözlü olarak söyledim ama siz yazarak yapmaya çalışın. Çünkü daha kalıcı olur. Now, using if or whether with noun clauses. And where and how can we use if or whether with noun clauses? Şimdi if ya da whether'ı isim cümleciklerle nasıl kullanıyoruz? Look at the questions, but these are not the information questions. These are the direct questions. What does it mean that? What does it mean? It means that direct questions requires yes, no answer. Şimdi doğrudan sorulan sorular bunlar. Ne demek bu? Yani cevabında evet ya da hayırı gerektiriyorsa doğrudan bir soru diyecek. Is Eric at home? Answer either yes or should. Yes or no. Cevap ne olacak? Ya yes ile başlayacak ya no ile başlayacak. But if I ask where is Eric? Eric nerede diye sorsam, this is not direct question. Is Eric at home? This is question itself. But if I want to use is a noun clause, bir isim cümlecinde kullanmam gerekiyorsa, I don't know if or whether Eric is at home. Yani ne demek? Erik'in evde olup olmadığını bilmiyorum. But be careful, this is not if clause because there is no condition. Yani dikkat edin, bu if cümleciği değil. Çünkü burada bir şart yok. Does the bus stop here? Do you know if or whether? Do you know if or whether the bus stops here? But here I can use either if or whether. Şimdi burada ya if ya da whether kullanabilirim. İkisi de aynı anlama geliyor burada. Olup olmadığı anlamına. Did Alice go to Chicago? I wonder if Alice went to Chicago. Simple past and simple past. I don't know if Eric is at home or not. Or not is optional. Olup olmadığını anlamı. I don't know if or whether Eric is at home. Again, this is optional. But here I can use either this or this. Ya bunu ya da bunu kullanacağım. Yani bunun anlamı dediğim gibi olup olmadığını. Bunu nerede kullanıyorum? Doğrudan soru gerekiyorsa, varsa o zaman o isim cümleciklerinde kullanıyorum. If cümleciği değil. Yani şunu yaparsan bu olur gibi böyle bir şart ve netice yok. O yüzden bunun anlamı olup olmadığı. Now we have an exercise. Noun clauses that begin with if or whether. It says change the yes no question to a noun clause. Number 1, is Susan here today? Noun clause, can you tell me if or whether Susan is here today? So this is the noun clause and this is the main clause. So this is the question, so question mark. And just read the sentences and then complete the sentences using noun clauses. But pause the video first, please. Number 2, do you know if or whether Mr. Pips will be at the meeting? Question. I wonder if Ying went to work yesterday. This is not question. I can't remember if or whether Barcelona is a coastal town. Sahil kasabası anlamında. Olup olmadığını, yani Barcelona'nın sahil kasabası olmadığını hatırlayamıyorum. I wonder if I still have Young Sue's address. Yani Yun Su'nun adresinin hala bende olup olmadığını bilmiyorum. If or whether. Here we have an exercise again, noun clauses using if or whether. We complete the dialogues by completing noun clauses. And number 1 is done. Are you tired? Direct question. Why do you want to know if I am tired or whether I am tired? Now read the sentences and then complete the sentences using noun clauses with if or whether. 2. You look tired. I'm worried about you. Are you going to be in your office later today? Question. What? Sorry, I didn't hear you. I need to know if you are going to be in your office later today. We can also use whether. Do all birds have feathers? Well, I don't really know for sure. Emin olarak bilmiyorum. Whether all birds have feathers, but I suppose they do. Did Rosa take my dictionary off my desk? Who? Rosa. I want to know if Rosa took my dictionary off my desk. This part is the noun clause. Can Uncle Pete babysit tonight? Babysit. If you babysit children or kids, that means you look for them or look after them or take care of them when the parents are away. Yani bebek bakma. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about something else. Have you talked to Uncle Pete? We need to know if Uncle Pete can babysit tonight. Does Al have a flashlight in his car? I'll ask him. Hey Al, friend wants to know whether you have a flashlight in your car. Yeah, I do. Why? Should I take my umbrella? How am I supposed to know if you should take your umbrella? I am not a weather forecaster. Şemsiyenin alıp almayacağını ben nereden bilebilirim? Ben de hava tahmincisi değilim. You're kind of grumpy today, aren't you? Bugün heyheylerin üzerinde, yani huysuzluğun üzerinde bir bakıma. Here, in this exercise, again, noun clauses, change the questions to noun clauses. Number 1 is done. Will it rain tomorrow? This is the question. I wonder if it will rain tomorrow. Read the sentences and then complete the sentences using noun clauses, please, but pause the video first. Number 2, what time is it? I wonder what time it is. Noun clause. 3, do you know what an amphibian is? Amphibian is a creature that lives on earth and in water. Can you tell me whether or if a frog is an amphibian? This is direct question, but this is information question. I wonder what's on TV tonight, because what is the subject in this sentence, so no change. Do you know what the speed of sound is? This is noun clause. Do you know if sound travels faster than light? Noun clause. Do you know if dogs are colorblind? Direct question, direct question. Annie wants to know why the sky is blue. This is information question. Annie also wants to know whether or if insects have ears. I wonder if beings from outer space, yani uzay dışındaki canlılar, have ever visited the earth, yani yeryüzünü, dünyayı ziyaret edip etmediklerini. 12. Do scientists know, this is the question, be careful, how dolphins communicate with each other? Direct question. I wonder if people can communicate with dolphins. Here again, we have an in-class activity, the exercise we can do in class, but we don't have such atmosphere. Let's go ahead and do it anyway. Now, just look at these questions and then use them in noun clauses or make noun clause sentences using these sentences. Look at the example. Is Gina at work? This is the question. And in noun clause, you want to know if Gina is at the bank. Is that right? And I'll make some of them and tell or say orally. Bazılarını da sözlü olarak söyleyeceğim. But try to make all and by writing them down on a piece of paper. Do you know if Tim has a bicycle? Is a direct question. I don't know what time class ends. I wonder if you can sing. Şarkı söyleyemeyeceğini merak ediyorum. Do you know what delicious means? I don't know whose books those are. Do you know if Hakan is married? Do you know if Ali has a job? I don't know why Joe is absent today. I wonder whose pen that is. Yani bu kalem kimin olduğunu merak ediyorum. Do you know what kind of wristwatch Sam has? I don't know if Jane is planning to take another English course. Do you know who is in charge of the English classes at this school? Because here, who is the subject? So no change when I want to use this in noun clause. Now here we have a reading passage. Nobody believes a liar. A liar is a person who doesn't tell the truth. Once a mischievous boy lived in a village that stood in the feet of a hill. One day, he thought of having fun at the cost of his fellow villagers. Fellow villagers means the other people who live in the village together. Standing on a high rock, that means the boy one day stood on a high rock, he shouted at the top of his voice, that means loudly, "Lion, lion, come save me." The villagers heard the shout and ran to help the boy. But when they reached there or got there or arrived there, they could see no lion, and the boy was perfectly all right. The boy laughed at the villagers, saying, "No lion, I did it only for fun." Eğlence olsun diye. The villagers got highly annoyed and came back with an air of anger because they got angry. Few days later, the boy repeated the whole act. Repeat means do something again. Yani bir şeyi tekrar yapmak. Again, all the villagers went to his rescue, but were duped again. That means fooled. Duped. Fooled. Now they decided not to be fooled by him anymore. Yani dalga geçme. Unfortunately, one day, this is the second time, right? One day, the lion really came there. Bu sefer gerçekten aslan geliyor. Now the boy shouted, "Lion, lion," as loud as he could. But nobody came to help him out. Kimse yardımına gelmiyor. The lion attacked the boy. The boy struggled hard to save himself. Tried. But within few minutes, the beast killed him. So, once a liar, always a liar. I'll move it a little bit up. Now, if you want, first, you can read the passage again using your dictionary. And then let's go and check the questions or the statements, not the questions, and see whether they are true or false. 1. Mischievous means the one who likes tricks. Dalga geçen, yaramaz, haylaz anlamında. So, true. The boy shouted for help near a high rock. That is false. Because on a high rock. Yani bir kayanın üzerinde, yanında değil. The villagers came and saw no lion round for the first time. That's true. For the third time, the villagers came and tried to help the boy. That's false, because they didn't come for help. The boy was killed by the lion. That's true, because the lion attacked and the beast, that means the lion, killed him. Bir defa yalan oldu mu da sürekli yalan başlıyor. Yani her şey ilk adımla başlar derler ya. O yüzden bir yalana başladı mı bir insan artık o devam eder gider. O yüzden yalan çok kötü bir şey. Tabii insan önce yalan söyleyerek kendisine yalan söylemiş oluyor. Now, daily conversation. Günlük İngilizceden bir kesit. Tim and Kim are talking. Why do you look so worried? Yani endişeli gözükme. Well, my boss has just given me my first independent project to run. Yani yapmam için bağımsız bir proje. That's great news. What is the problem with that? Well, I'm not sure. Yani bunda problem ne? I've got enough qualifications or experience to do a proper job. Bak veriyor, bunu sevmiyor. Yani ben daha böyle güzel, hoş bir iş yapmak için niteliğim ve deneyimim var. I don't really think I'm good enough. Yeterince iyi olduğumu sanmıyorum. Tim, stop running yourself down. If he didn't think you were good enough, he wouldn't have given you the assignment. Hani iyi olmadığını düşünseydi sana bu görevi vermezdi. Stop running yourself down. That means stop criticizing yourself. Yani kendini eleştirmeyi bırak. Run yourself down. Run, kendini eleştirme anlamında. Stop running. Remember, after stop we use gerund. Eleştirmeyi bırak. Do you really think so? Of course. You'll be fine. Yani yaparsın. Üstesinden gelirsin anlamında. Okay, dear friends, now I finished this course in here, but we'll continue to study noun clauses. So see you next time.